gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
Off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this fella, Carlos Soler, Peter, is often played on the wing, although he's not necessarily known for grabbing too many goals. And I think he finds it more comfortable playing centrally, more of a number 10.
Tries a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Elustombo. Kubo. Mbappé. It's Rod. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Now it's Rüdiger. Here's Vinícius. Takes a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Oh, that's a fine challenge. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Alexander-Arnold. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Shah did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Very nicely done. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And the counter is on. Well, that is not the best ball. He offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Camavinga has been caught there, it's a foul. Mbappé, out to the left it goes. That's good defending, very good defending. Júnior.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Vinícius Júnior, and here's Mbappé, Vinícius Júnior, and that has been clubbed away. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Keeper's got good distance on that. He's going to be disappointed with that. Eder Militao. Valverde. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Valverde wins the duel this time. Rodrigo. Now it's been a chance! He's got a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish. 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
No, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Vinícius Júnior. That has found him in acres of space. That looks a cracking ball. That's nice and simple for the keeper. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold looking up to see who wants it. He's gone for goal! Now it's in he goes again! Scudetto tries to clear. Too much on that.
Vinícius Júnior really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's Elizondo. Kubo. He's in a great position. Over to the left. Vinícius Júnior gently down. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Sergio Gomez. And the first half is done. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Chaleta Shah. Gonzalo Guedes. Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. The referee's awarded a free kick. Eder Militao. Rüdiger. Valverde. And he header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Mbappé is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Carlos Soler. Elustombo. And it's Kubo. Zaharian. And here's Oyarzabal. Played back in. Zakarian. Alexander-Arnold has created 1 goal already. Camavinga shifted upfield. Oh, perfectly measured that. Shapes to shoot! And that was very necessary. Valverde. Played into space. That's tidy. There's the shot! Carlos Soler. Oyarzabal. Now it's Zakarian. He's through here. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Gonzalo Guedes really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That has been knocked clear. And it's crossed into the middle. Oh, what a climb! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Rodrigo, great chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Rodrigo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Hoisted clear. Across it goes. It's a throw-in. Played in
Oh, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. Mendes. Zubeldia. Zubeldia laid out towards the right wing. Carlos Soler. Zaharian. Gonzalo Guedes. Gonzalo Guedes laid out to the... Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Going over the top. Moved on forwards. Vinícius Júnior. Mbappé. Nice physical challenge. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Camavinga. Mbappé looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, he continually breaks the lines and gets himself into terrific positions.
He is through. Kubo! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's got to be a change.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Rüdiger. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Yeah, their position is a dominant one now, Peter, so introducing one of the youngsters for some added experience is bang on.
Munoz gets a foot in here. That's good play. Carlos Soler. Oyarzabal. Valverde. Vinícius Júnior. And here's Mbappé. Vinícius Júnior! Relentless! Just relentless! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now!
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. It's become a case of men against boys. Kubo. Played out to the right. That's a throw. Carlos Soler. Rodrigo looking to penetrate opposition lines. Thinks one through. Mbappé is flagged offside. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Aramburu. Carlos Soler. Zaharian. Oh, good spread. Kubo. Can he finish? Get a throw in. But there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Vinícius Júnior. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Mbappé. And it's played forward. And that's that. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. And what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
It was a very good game, played in the right spirit with a fitting atmosphere, and I think football won this time.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Se vuelva a su vuelo, que se ponga en contacto con alguna determinada de